Saints Nation, welcome back to the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel. We're just about to get underway with the CollegiateR6 Winter regular season match, the second matchup of the season. This time, of course, going to be St. Clair College up against Virginia Tech. My name is Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners. It's good to be back here on the casting desk, and I'm looking forward to casting some more Rainbow Six Siege action. Of course, during week one of the CollegiateR6 winter season, we went up against Université de Montreal, and that one was a bit of an eye-opener for us here on the Saints side of things. Struggled a little bit versus Montreal. And definitely, of course, looking to come back, firing on all cylinders for our squad here tonight. Get the rebounds and see if they can keep their season in check. Don't want to go down 0-2 early here in the season, especially with how short this winter season is going to be here, because this season in theory could be done before Christmas, and every matchup is going to count here. On the side of Virginia Tech, your starting lineup is going to be Florian, Janupa, Parcel, Busty, and Six. Then on the side of St. Clair, of course, we have Miracle, we have Kira, JM Beast, Domo, and why did I forget the last one? Call myself out there. But we're looking to get started momentarily, of course. Right around the corner. Who was the one I missed? Oh, how could I forget the other Noah? Big Papa himself, of course, is our fifth member. Hopping into the pick and ban phase now for this very first matchup. Right around the corner, sure enough, if it's a Saints matchup, you're going to see Thatcher banned. That EMP grenade is just too useful in too many situations. Gonna get that off the board right away. Map lineup for tonight. Going to be starting off here on Cafe, moving over to Clubhouse for Game 2. If we do make it to Game 3, Oregon is right there once again. I know I say it week in, week out, but Oregon has not exactly been one of the Saints' strong maps. So personally, to see Saints do the absolute best here, we need to see them get the 2-0 here tonight versus Virginia Tech. But obviously, Virginia Tech isn't just going to lay down and let that happen. And Mira getting picked off alongside Hibana. So no mirror trickery here coming out on the defensive side of things for both sides. And then Hibana, one extra bit of hard breach gone. I know she had gotten some changes as well in the last little bit, making her a much stronger pick. So taking her off the board pretty quickly. Cade going to get taken out as well for the defensive side of things to finish it off here. One less electrification operator to deal with on the defensive side. Starting things off, your St. Clair Saints are going to be on the defensive side of things. JM Beast with the typo, let's go. But anyway, hopping into it. So, of course, we are going to see, I think that is JM Beast right back on his tried and true, the Maestro. Going to see him working some of those Evil Eye cameras, as well as Big Papa playing the mute this time by Miracle on the Maluzi. That is one thing to note as well. Maluzi let through in this pick and ban phase. Normally an extremely irritating operator, considering how fast she is, able to constantly be a thorn in the side of the St. Clair squad, or of the attacking squad rather. Domo going to be picking up the Jaeger in this case, and then Kira on smoke duty. Florian, we do see on the ace. Danupa on the sledge. Pretty common stuff here for a attack on the side of Cafe. Going to be going all the way to the rooftops. Let Danupa on that sledge do something nice and quick. Parcel taking some pretty quick damage, actually. Your Busty as well. Miracle with the run-out play to start things off. Cheeky stuff coming out here from Miracle. Was not expecting that in the slightest. Yeah, so that's one way to do it. So St. Clair going to force this into a 5v4 before it even really gets the opportunity to begin. Crazy to see, but you absolutely love to see it. And that was the Nomad on the side of Busty that went down as well. Didn't mention that Busty's, of course, was on the Nomad, 6 on the Ash in the situation. Nomad being able to deal with flankers, and the fact that that's no longer going to be a thing in this situation is going to be brutal for him. Not having those air jabs to protect themselves. Florian, the first one inside, gets instantly dropped, however. Down but not out, but he was a diffuser carrier as well. The Saints might be able to follow up on this and just get a crossfire onto that diffuser. It would be absolutely brutal. Parcel is nearby. In a bit of an odd angle, trying to make something happen. Big Papa does find Florian and finishes him off with that shotgun blast. However, now it's going to be Saints up 2 members. Virginia Tech with just over a minute left to try and make something happen here. Miracle going to find 6 as well. 2 more players left to go on this one. Right now, a rough spot. Miracle taking a ton of heat, however, but Big Papa is going to get the reinforcements, taking down Parcel. The only one left here is Janupa. Does have the diffuser in hand. That being said, trying to deal with 5 members of Saints. He's right there around the bomb site. Could make something happen. Opens fire, does find Miracle. Granted, Miracle was literally like if you poked him, he was dead. So, fair enough for him to go down in this situation. Does find Kira as well, however, though. Tries to pop around with that shotgun. Does not work. He was able to at least stall out to this point with that poisonous gas for at least a little bit longer. But Big Papa with the submachine gun right there, ready and waiting to take care of Janupa. And secures that very first round win, putting St. Clair off on the right foot in this one. Now, of course, with the Saints taking care of that 3rd floor, they're now going to have to go back down to the 1st. A little bit of a different style of attack normally. With majority of the sites here on Cafe, it's oftentimes top-down. I mean, you can still do that from the roof all the way down in these matchups, but you can also go right through the bottom door. I know I got called out a little bit last week, thinking that, oh, they're probably just going to go through this front door and whatnot, and then they just took the complete, like, backdoor route. At Montreal catching us off guard in that situation, of course.
Seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now, hopefully this time for Virginia Tech, if they can turn something around. They, of course, were basically at a 4v5 disadvantage before they even got the chance to send the repels up last time by. But looks like Miracle not going to try and get cheeky this time. A Big Papa and Miracle so far leading the charge for St. Clair in regards to eliminations. 3 already onto Big Papa and 2 from Miracle. And it looks like they are, in fact, going to go top down once again. I mean, it's a safe way to play if you are really concerned about roamers, and I guess Miracle very well could have put in enough pressure on right away with that run out in the last time to know that maybe he's not exactly where he should be. We do see Big Papa over on the Mozzie instead of the mute this time as well. Kira picking up mute duty actually in this situation, so no smoke on the side of St. Clair, which is a little bit odd. Normally somebody always is playing smoke on the side of St. Clair, but not this time. Janupa taking some fire. Actually a team kill here coming out from 6 as he took out Busty. I'm curious as to what the heck happened there. That was an absolute messy situation. Like maybe just trying to pepper a window, break a barricade, and accidentally shot his teammate. You hate to see that. That being said, Miracle is also downed, but not out in this situation. 6 looks to clean up the kill, going to get taken out himself. Miracle finally does go down. Janupa does finish him off, but now it's down to Janupa and Parcel. How many times this matchup are we going to see Janupa versus the world? It's not going to be this time. Parcel going to be the last one alive here for Virginia Tech. Definitely has a hard time, and we do see Big Papa right there as well on the Mozzie. Going to try and finish this up, battles him, and takes care of it. Wins the 1v1, and Big Papa going to keep on adding to his elimination total here in this game after a fantastic start in these first 2 rounds, and will clean up round number 2 as well. The reading room, fireplace hall looking like the place to go for this 3rd round, of course. Still have another round or 2 here for St. Clair to go back to that 3rd floor if they do want it. The fact that their defense is going so smoothly, meaning they're going to have to play some of these extra sites that normally they may try to avoid. Meanwhile, on the side of Virginia Tech, trying to get something started here. Looking to 6-pick over to the Jackal, maybe catch St. Clair off guard. Switch to something else, possibly. No, it is in fact going to be the Jackal. Busty on the IQ this time as well. Going to try and deal with some of these gadgets. However,
As many bombs as they can.
I don't think it's been necessarily gadget play on the side of St. Clair that's been the thorn in their side. It just feels like that Virginia Tech is just getting caught out, separated, or St. Clair's just getting the jump on them one way or another. Of course, those Banshees coming out from Miracle's Malusi does slow you down and whatnot, but I don't think it was that huge of a case here, as we do see a different type of setup coming out from St. Clair this time by Big Papa, going to be on the mutes this time by JM Beast over on the Wamai as well. So Wamai, Jaeger, there is going to be absolutely no grenades had this round with both of those gadgets in play. Meanwhile, Big Papa going to be denying some more drone action, of course, with those mute jammers. Ready to go, and Kira looking to slow things down as well with those castle barricades. Looking to go from top down with maybe a little bit of reinforcements along the side as well. Parcel, the first one that entered the building. Looking to try and get something started. They've been getting the opening pick up against them constantly here in these rounds. Looking to turn it around this time by, hopefully, Janupa over on the gridlock to change it. Something possibly here. Janupa, the only one on his team with eliminations so far in this game. Currently sitting with 3. That moment when even the stationary camera jukes you. Whoopsie. It happens to the best of us, and Florian actually on the ace going to be coming in clutch here. He's going to trade his life out, but he does manage to take down JMB, so no more discs coming out from JMB's Swamai. Of course, the longer the round goes, the more discs he gets. So killing him off early is a very solid strat indeed if the opportunity presents itself. And Domo going down as well, but his gadgets don't work exactly the same, but still taking him off the board is absolutely huge. Now they get the attack from above, but a nice shot through the floor, actually, coming from Big Papa, just adding on to that elimination tally. He's sitting with 7, but he's getting peppered through the floor as well. Nearly brought down to half after Bussy gets the jump on them. And this Jackal tracking here, really giving Big Papa a hard time, constantly having to keep moving, otherwise he's going to get blasted through the floor on sight. Basically sharking from above, oddly enough, but it's going to be 6 and Busty. So going to try and make the move. 6 is the one with the diffuser in hand. It's under 20 seconds left here, and Saints don't have a smoke this time by, but this castle barricade's actually enough to maybe mess things up ever so slightly. Janupa, however, and Miracle going at it here. Big Papa goes down, but Busty does as well. A 2-on-2 battle with 2 seconds left. Did 6 get the diffuser down? On the last possible second, he is planting it, but can somebody from the Saints take him down? In fact, they're going to be able to. Miracle taking him out, and Saints going to get round 3. And 3 rounds have passed, so now we can go back to the 3rd floor. Now we're back to, of course, the bar. Saints are very comfortable on this site. So it's looking like the opportunity here for Virginia Tech to kind of lose grasp on this matchup. It's looking at, like, of course, I say it time and time again, eliminations, like your KDA is not everything in Rainbow Six Siege or FPSs in general, but there is absolutely nothing else on the scoreboard to give information. But that being said, Big Papa absolutely on fire here in this series so far. 3 rounds, already sitting at 7 eliminations. Miracle right behind him there with 4. And then on the side of Virginia Tech, Florian got the good start there in that last round. But then it's just been Janupa basically getting the eliminations on the side of Virginia Tech. Parcel does have 1 as well. But it is kind of on, like, Busty, it makes sense. He's kind of the one, like, checking and looking for flankers or roamers in this situation. But 6, he's playing the entry fragger, but he is getting absolutely nothing in these rounds. We're still relatively early here in this first game. Can be turned around, but not too many more rounds can go in the favor of St. Clair without something getting messy. Oh, Miracle was looking to get super cheeky. What you oftentimes will see here on Cafe is the defenders practice that timing so often to where the sledge would probably be looking to smash a hole in the hatch, that they instantly whip out a nitro cell, like a C4, and blow it up right in their face, and they get a free elimination because of it. Miracle was looking for it. It did not make contact, however. A good dodge there from Parcel.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Janupa and 6 actually looking to make their way in. Of course, 6 on that Ash does have a bunch of soft breach potential in this one. We do see Domo taking a little bit of heat, but nothing too serious, kind of hiding behind that portable shield, making it work as he tries to duel it out here with 6. 6 going to use a breaching round to blow through that shield, so Domo is going to have to retreat for the time being. Parcel ready with the frag grenade, looking to see if he can find somebody. No damage done in this situation here. However, a little bit of a rough spot for Parcel. Finds himself getting a little bit groggy of sorts. Not by a flash or something, or a stun grenade. Messes him up ever so slightly. Florian taking a little bit of damage. It might have actually been Florian's stun grenade actually that caught him there. Now they're starting to find themselves some sight lines, but Janupa going to go down to Big Papa really early here into this round. Minutes still left to go. Big Papa back and forth battle, hanging on by a thread here in this situation. Just under a quarter HP.
Bomb located by attackers.
Dusty, I think he does have all the air jabs out and ready to go. So if Saint, oh, he does still have one in the chamber, is going to fire it away. And Parcel going to go back and forth here. He does get one elimination, but it's going to be JMB's to clean it up right afterward. There we go. JMB's getting himself in the game. First elimination of the game on his tried and true Maestro. And him being alive here in this situation, as well as Kira's smoke, is going to delay any possible planting opportunities if the Evil Eye is in position. We see Florian trying to make the plant as we speak, and is going to be successful in doing so, but instantly trades his life here for it. Diffuser is down. It's up to Bussy. That's not going to happen. That's going to be St. Clair getting this defuse and clutching up the round. And JMB is going to secure that one. Domo, Big Papa, JMB's hanging on tight, but going to secure round number 4.
Defenders.
So fantastic start here for St. Clair, going up 4, looking for possibly a flawless defense at this point here. But still, of course, 2 rounds to go before halftime, and it's Virginia Tech's really not giving themselves much wiggle room here in this series so far. With the way this is going, we might be in for a quick one, but I don't want to rule out Virginia Tech just yet. And they're looking to try something different. And granted, since it's on the first floor, this does make sense. You do see a lot of Maverick here on this first spot, considering the easy access to what's a very common reinforced wall or these hatches. You can definitely work here, but Busty has to stay alive. Has been a little bit of a non-factor so far in this matchup.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving to the bomb.
And 6 back over on the Jackal as well. The closest round that they did manage to have, it was 6 over on Jackal. They had the right idea, but unfortunately just could not find the execution to make it stick. But maybe this will be the round here. Big Papa back onto the Mozzie here for this first floor as well. Clutched up nicely during round number 2. Looking to see if we'll see that once again. Miracle basically just sticking to that Maluzi. And same thing with Domo and his Jaeger. Florian with the diffuser leading the charge. Of course, does have his own hard-breaching charges if necessary, and he's going to get things started, looks like, on with that lower wall, as we see right here. Going to be dropping on through. Just a small little hole, just as a little extra sight line to try and get the jump on one of the Saints. And Parcel actually outside getting taken down. Going to be forcing 6 to come over and run and pick him back up. It doesn't look like the Saints are going to commit for the run-out kill, which is definitely fair. Parcel going to get picked up, but of course when you do get picked up, you're only at about a quarter HP. So get hit by another tap and you're basically done. But I mean, that's Siege in a nutshell, right? With any gun being able to one-shot headshot. It's all about the aim. JMB's going to be eating a grenade for his troubles, however, taking him about a quarter HP in damage. Back on that Maestro once again. Slow things down. Janupa on the Zofia. Going to try and lob some sort of stun grenades through these holes. Try and just mess up the St. Clair defense. Find their opportunity to strike. We can see them there, but of course they do not. 6 around the side, and I think Florian actually did spot out one of the members of St. Clair, and there we go, Busty does find his opening here. Takes out JMB's nice and quick. Now with a minute left to go, Janupa as well takes down Kira. Domo does get the refrag, however. 3 on 4, but there are a lot of low health bars on the side of Virginia Tech, and it's all tied up 3-3. Parcel still hanging in there after being taken down rather early. Florian, in the process of trying to get this diffuser down, could put the pressure on, but he leaves himself wide open. Big Papa finding a double alongside Miracle, and they're going to clean this one up and move up 5-0 in game number 1. Round after this is halftime, but does St. Clair go in completely flawless on defense? That is the question. Now, of course, going into this matchup, of course, it's small for the CR6 Winter. The groups are small. It's only 4-team groups. And then we got surprised last week as currently we were the 2nd seed in this series. Or in our group, rather, with the 1st seed, of course, being Akron. Then we went up against the Université de Montréal on last Friday. And they were sitting there being the 3rd seeds, but all of a sudden, that team came out swinging. And with Virginia Tech being the 4th seed in this group, I was kind of hoping for a very similar surprise, to say the least. But right now, St. Clair is definitely slamming the gas, holding it down, and just absolutely running away in this situation, at least as of right now. But it very well could just be that Virginia Tech does not like attacking here on Cafe. We'll get to see during halftime, especially if they can manage to squeak one round out here against our Saints, if they can turn it around once they get on defense. Now, one thing that's kind of cheeky coming out here from JMBC might be having a little fun. We do see the Warden coming out to play as well. And Warden is basically useless unless there is a Ying on the other, or on the attacking side of things, or like a Glass with smoke or something like that. His opportunity to shine as an operator is very few and far between. So for JMBs to pick him out here is a little interesting, to say the least, unless he just straight up likes Warden's gun in this situation. Maybe the Maestro just wasn't feeling too hot in this round. But of course, Raiding Room hold once again. Kira back on the castle as well. Did see during the last, it would have been round number 3, where Saints were on the Raiding Room once again. It got down to the last 20 seconds, and Virginia Tech were still knocking on the door of that reinforced barricade. And it really made a mess out of the last seconds of their attack. But moving forward, Janupa taking about half HP and damage, but Parcel looking to lead the charge for the rest of the Virginia Tech squad. Alongside the callouts from 6 is Jackal. Trying to get a cheeky shot, but right now none of the Saints taking any heat. That being said, Janupa and Busty both getting knocked down a little bit. Florian as well. A lot of the members of Virginia Tech just taking free damage and not being able to fight back. Miracle, the only one taking any damage so far on the side of the Saints. And Florian goes down, Miracle goes down, and here we go. The bodies are falling all over the place here. Kira, Miracle finding some. Is an absolute bloodbath here on this floor. 6 hanging on by a thread. JMB still living with about half. Busty just over half as well. And with a minute left, they don't even have the diffuser in hand at this moment. So this is a very rough spot for Virginia Tech. And they're really trying to breach through here. But the ADSs coming out here from Domo are just shutting this down. He's going to be able to find the elimination onto 6. And it's all up to Busty to try and stop the flawless play. And he's going to get it started, however, trying to make this buck work in his favor. I'm going to JMB's Kira and Domo. If he could somehow quickly pick them off individually without lining up in a crossfire of some sort, he'll be A-okay. But the fact that he has absolutely no HP almost in this scenario, and everybody seems to be slowly converging onto him. He is going to get the jump onto Jam Beast, however. This is possible. Triple here for Busty. Can he make this happen? He does not have the diffuser. He has to go for some sort of gunfight, but St. Clair doing the wise thing, actually, knowing he doesn't have the diffuser, they're all just going to run away, keep themselves alive, and win by timeout, taking round number 6 and completing the flawless defense. With halftime, of course, I do, of course, want to thank the sponsors that do make the St. Clair Saints happen. Of course, that being St. Clair College itself, St. Clair Alumni Association, Zelkelman School of Business and IT, the St. Clair SRC, PC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. Thank you, of course, for making these broadcasts and these teams all possible. Saints on the attack now, and they only have to win once. This is definitely a rough spot to be in here for Virginia Tech. We see Big Papa absolutely flooring the competition in regards to eliminations here in this game. First one to hit the double digits by a long shot, 11 of them. Miracle and Domo both getting their fair share as well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, I hope for the sake of Virginia Tech, their defense is stronger. We do see Florian going to be picking up mute duty in this case, while Janupa is on the Maestro. Parcel may be looking to get like a little bit cheeky here, a little aggressive with the Valkyrie, or it could be defensive. It could be kind of played either way. Busty going to pick up the Maluzi, considering she's not banned in this game. Somebody's got to play that operator. And then 6 is going to pick up the Mozzie in this situation.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb. That's a drone for us. Changing mags.
All right, Saints, let's see this attack in Virginia. Let's see what you have on the side of defense. Because, of course, like I was saying, you left yourself absolutely no room for error in this situation. And I'm a little bit nervous for them, but I do want to see them get at least a couple rounds here. If not, bring this back somehow. That would be absolutely epic, to be honest, if all of a sudden it was just like a defensive favored battle here. But that may not end up being the case. We'll see shortly, as this is a site that St. Clair has constantly been attacking so far, not even just this season, but last season as well. Something well rehearsed. The operator's pretty much stuck the same as well, so it's very well an easy adjustment to make going for this third floor site. JMBs as always, diffuser in hand, going to be looking to plant that as soon as possible. And Big Papa on the Ash. He has himself an aggressive operator if he really wants to do so. And I mean, he's been winning his gunfights so far today. Might be the right pick here. Miracle, relatively aggressive as well. Same thing with Kira, actually. The Zofia and the Buck pick, respectively, looking nice. And then Domo going to be covering the rear with that Nomad and the air jab charges. So, of course, you try to flank somebody who's protected by an air jab charge, you get absolutely knocked on your rear. Massive sound cue, and you are a sitting duck for a good little bit. This cheeky little high angle, too. If somebody tries to move forward, gonna get absolutely blasted by Domo. But just about a minute left. We could have ourselves a 30-second bloodbath at this point with the pace that St. Clair is setting. Just crossing their T's, dotting their I's in this situation. Have so many holes blasted through. Bit of a back and forth here as 6 and Miracle find themselves eliminations respectively. Big Papa not going to win this one. But JMBs, however, is going to be able to find one. He's in a bit of an awkward spot. He did find Florian, and Junupa is knocked down but not out. And since he has the diffuser, going to be able to get something started here. Is CollegiateR6 going to be able to make something happen to stop this? They are not. They're going to be able to pepper him after the fact, but it's too little, too late now. JMB's in a good position. Did see the one player, going to spray away, but not going to find them out just yet in this case. Miracle in a bit of an extra position as well in case JMBs does not win this fight. Does end up finding it. Busty does go down. Less than 20 seconds or so left on this diffuser. Janupa and 6 need to make something happen. Otherwise, they are going to get absolutely swept here in this first game. That's a good start, however. You took Domo down from above with a Nitro Cell. 1v1 to finish this off. Kira versus Janupa. Janupa has absolutely no HP. And he actually is going to go down. They trade kills. What a way to finish that one off. I don't think he would have had enough time to defuse that even if he cleanly won it. But the fact that they took each other out like that was absolutely insane. Flawless victory, St. Clair College, to start off this matchup here tonight. And they're going to be going into Clubhouse feeling absolutely full of themselves, I'm sure, because that was an absolutely brutal clinic with Big Papa and Miracle leading the charge on the side of St. Clair. Brilliant showing there from St. Clair on Cafe. A much needed sigh of relief considering the match we saw last week. But picking up where they left off and turning it around is what we like to see. Now we're very shortly going to be going into game number 2. Going to be taking ourselves about a 5-minute break or so to get the lobby all set up and get the players a chance to snag a drink as well as myself. So please do stick around. We'll be getting into round number 2 right around the corner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking around. Game number 2 just about to get underway as we are now at the clubhouse for this next round of action. Back in the band phase. A little bit of a rough time there for Virginia Tech. Getting themselves 7-0'd is absolutely brutal. And I'm sure it can't feel good. Looking to come back swinging for this next round. And in regards to the bans, Thatcher going to be taken off the board once again. No real surprise there. Like I was saying before, just EMP grenades are too good at destroying gadgets. Hibana, so similar ban coming out here for the side of Virginia Tech. Will it be the Mira again? We will find out momentarily. It's going to be the Malusi actually taken off the field. I mean, it definitely makes sense. I mean, Miracle kind of set the pace with that operator. The very first round of that Cafe defense. And just going to take it off the board. Or both sides going to be forced to try something a little different. Final ban on the side of St. Clair is going to be the Mira. So, Mira, one way or another, getting taken off the board in this case. Oh, we'll have to see here. Looks like we have a bit of a DC on the side of Virginia Tech, so we might be rebooting. Oh, never mind. Looks like Janupa did get in just in time. Good timing there. Going to be picking up the Twitch.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
Okay, so a little scare on the side of Virginia Tech, but it looks like all things are still a go. I'm not 100% sure if Janupa was planning on picking the Twitch in this case, but at least his team is evened up here at a 5v5. I mean, it would definitely make sense. Normally what you'll see here on CCTV for the very first hold is oftentimes a lot of bandit or Cade play, a lot of electrocution to stop any sort of hard breach from happening with the exception of Maverick's blowtorch. That being said, though, St. Clair are opting completely against it. Maybe going to try and use Miracle's mute to jam that section as well. But even still, Janupa having the Twitch would be able to completely destroy any of the mute jammers that they place, because of course Janupa's Twitch in general, her drones aren't like everybody else. You get an extra little bit of firepower added to those drones. Either 10 damage to a player or completely destroying a gadget. And Florian is going to be on that Maverick as well, so I'm going to slowly try and burn through this balcony. Where St. Clair knows this is basically exactly how you attack this site. They're going to be ready and waiting. Somebody's probably going to be up on the catwalk. Parcel will probably find him in a few moments. If he is not careful, he's going to be breaching through the wall, but just instantly dives to the side and pulls out the drone. So a wise choice in that regard.
A bomb has been located.
Shots fired by Florian as they are able to bust that big old hole through here, but Domo is going to be the one finding the first elimination, actually. It's going to be 6. Once again, had a hard time during game number 1, and he's not necessarily on the right track to turn that around here. Going down pretty early. Minute 30 still in this round, and the Ash is taken off the board once again. Big Papa going to be traded out, however. Busty finds him. Parcel pretty hurt, but still hanging on. But moving forward, I think that's Domo off to the side there. Or Kira maybe as well. Looks like a spot that you would hide with a shotgun, so I'm assuming that's going to be Kira. Evil Eye spotted. Of course, you can't just shoot that thing down. Gonna have to either sledgehammer that thing, otherwise it's gonna be staying alive unless he shoots at you. Then you could shoot it back. Parcel looking like he's gonna move over and try and deal with that thing. In fact, he is. Thankfully, Parcel didn't actually get blasted by the evil eye. Otherwise, he might have been downed. Not sitting there with very much HP in this case. Bussy, that's going to be the smoke coming out, actually. Going to be the smoke coming out from the side of St. Clair, actually. But a back-and-forth battle with Florian finding Miracle. Kira finding one onto Janupa. Back-and-forth battle. Bussy downed on the site because of the smoke. They may have waited a little bit too long. Florian, last one alive, hanging on by a thread. Spraying through the smoke, trying to find something. JMB's just being an absolute nuisance. Not able to get taken out in this case. Florian down below a quarter HP, does not have the diffuser. Parcel's not going to be any help in this situation. Downed but not out. But is basically just a drone at this point on site. Can he pick it up in time? Not going to happen. JMB's going to finish off Florian. And St. Clair going to pick up right where they left off and start winning once again here on defense. Now, Janupa making the switch over as it looks like St. Clair are going to be opting to go towards the basement site this time by. Would definitely make sense. The basement site, you do have a lot of opportunities for making yourself a couple extra entrances. And with Janupa was doing a okay job during the first game. I'm surprised he's putting himself on a bit more of a supportive role. Thermite, his guns are okay, but I mean, it's not them like a very frag-heavy operator. But he is definitely an operator you need to essentially make as many pathways for you as possible. There is the underground pathway you could possibly take, possibly open up, and he's going to be with Maverick as well to supplement some of that hard breaching ability. Parcel's still on the sledge, whether it's to deal with the possibility of a Maestro, which is not going to be in play here this time.
Attackers recovered the bomb defuse.
Or just to add a little bit of soft breach. And Parcel actually going to get demolished again. Miracle picking up the Vigil, and sure enough, doing exactly what that operator needs to do, being the sneaky little roamer. Of course, he pops his gadget. He cannot get spotted by drones. So the Virginia Tech squad had no idea he was there, and he gets a pick for free before the first 30 seconds. This is the first time we're also seeing Big Papa pick up the Legion in this series. Of course, those goo mines are absolutely brutal to go through. You step on those, you essentially get drunk, slowly take damage. You have to stop and pull that needle out of your foot, which, I mean, it's going to leave you wide open, to say the least. Especially in a last-second scenario. Okay, Florian going to find himself a revenge kill here onto Miracle, taking him down. So at least all tied up for Forge. Janupa blowing a hole somewhere. Did hear that exothermic charge going off, maybe through one of these barricades. Yeah, sure enough, there it is. He's going through. We're trying to attack from above. See if you can make St. Clair a little bit squirmy. Have to focus on the rooftops as well as the doorways and hallways. And it seems to be the game plan here from the side of Virginia Tech all around, from the first floor down. Try to light up as many Saints as possible before moving forward. Between JM Beast and Domo, though, they do have a lot of utility removal in regards to grenades. Of course, while Mai and Jaeger are both able to deal with grenades nicely. And actually, JM Beast find himself his second frag of the game here, taking care of Busty. So no more pesky Jackal in this case for St. Clair. Looking to move forward. 6, trying to turn this game around. Of course, I was saying before, having a bit of a hard time in game 1, looking for a better game 2. So there's plenty of time to make this happen. Maybe this will be the round for him. And Florian with the diffuser leading the charge. Just over 35 seconds left here in the clock. And it's time for Kira to start spamming some poison nades, some of this poison gas. And it's going to, between that and the Legion, it's going to slow down so much time for the Virginia Tech attack that they are going to have to eat a ton of damage or wait this out and try to act with the last 5 seconds left. And in that case, you're basically screwed, because I'm sure Big Papa has Legion mines everywhere. Sure enough, 2 go down. There's only 1 left. Florian, granted, he does have the diffuser. If he does find an opening, he could pull something off, but it's not going to be the case. There's too many Saints. Saints going to open up a 2-0 lead here in the second game. They have not dropped a round in 9 rounds. And the operator selection there on the side of St. Clair was just extremely strong at trying to deal with a last-second push like that. Like I was saying, between the smoke and the Legion, there are too many traps, too many problems that you have to deal with that could absolutely shut your attack down. And we're going to get to see here as we go back to, or for the first time, we're going to be going to this this first floor gym site. And they're actually looking to maybe do a little bit of an electrification play here, as we do see Big Papa picking up the Bandit in this case here. Of course, those batteries of his being able to stop any sort of hard breach gadget on the floor, with the exception, like I was saying before, of Maverick's torch. That being said, if Maverick gets too close to the wall, he does take damage from the electricity. So he has to be very careful there. Like Busty, for example, would not be able to throw a ace charge on the wall if it's electrified. It just gets destroyed instantly. It would be an absolute waste. We'll have to see if that does end up coming into play, or if Virginia Tech will do a fantastic job of avoiding Big Papa's shenanigans. We'll have to see momentarily, as Virginia Tech trying to turn something around here, get some sort of momentum starting, stop the bleeding in this game. They really need to get this going sooner or later. Otherwise, it's going to be a similar situation where the game just runs away from them. And by the time they get a good round, it very well could be too little, too late. Going through the CCTV entrance and trying to move along the second floor. Looks like to be the game plan here for Virginia Tech. Florian going to try and take the back door, but as we see, the electrification going to make things difficult. It's going to try and make a little bit of a sightline here with this blowtorch. Just has to watch himself that he does not get himself in the line of fire while doing this. This is always a scary part, trying to go down low. If there's somebody on the other side prone, ready to blast you, and you're in the wrong position, you are going to get lit. And you see Florian checking for that, making sure that everything's covered. And since they can take out the Bandit battery, it's now going to allow Busty to bust open this door finally. Big sight lines, able to traverse through it, and they actually find Big Papa. Busty going to make it work here. Solid headshot to get something started here for Virginia Tech. Probably the first player lead that they've had in a good while here in this series. And it continues forward, actually. The momentum right now, Virginia Tech looking to get something started. 2 players down. JMB's getting taken out as well. Miracle, Domo, and Kira still left on the board. Everybody on Virginia Tech looking to push forward here. Still a minute on the clock. That being said, Janupa finds himself between a rock and a hard place. Gets taken down by Kira. Domo going to find Florian. Busty's knocked down as well. They must have just absolutely walked into an ambush here, because it's really looking bad. Parcel, however, going to find one. Busty is down on the ground just around the corner, but still Miracle and Domo sharking around, looking to see if maybe they're going to try and save their partner and then just light them up from there. That being said, 6, if there's a time to shine, this would be the time to do it. Not exactly in a position to try and stop Busty. There's still 30 seconds. He does not have the diffuser, and I don't think it's exactly in the most easy of positions. I think it's a floor below him, actually. So he's going to have to hunt Miracle, and he's going to have to win a gunfight. It's not something he's done so far in this game. And we can see right here, actually, they're close, but not quite. 6, looking to try and get the flank. Domo does end up getting him, and actually it's going to be Miracle is going to shut him down. The opportunity was there, but Miracle clutches up. Going to take round 3. That was a rough one there for 6, of course. It was actually the floor above that the diffuser was on, so there was no way he was going to be able to get to that staircase in good enough time to make that plant happen. Was looking for Miracle, but Miracle got the jump on him. It was a solid effort, but St. Clair continue their win streak here as they get to go back to CCTV now. Now, it looks like on the side of Virginia Tech, Janupa going to try and make this Twitch happen again. So, okay, I'm kind of happy to see that, knowing that round number 1 wasn't him connecting to the game so late that it gave him a random operator. I'm going to try and make these Twitch drones work, try and shoot out a Gadget or True and make something happen. Because he's got lots to shoot at, because especially his big target here right now, not only would it be, of course, the ADSs from Domo, but getting rid of the Cade Electro Claws. That way, your ace, your Busty in this case, could just have like free reign over the balcony if they can somehow take out the claw.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
Kira, as always, doing a little bit of redecorating here.
Locate and defuse
Adding
the bomb.
sight lines where there normally would not be, or extra little travel holes, some rotation holes as we would normally call it, rather than going into the hallway and going through doorways, the obvious pathway from going from site to site. Why not just blow a hole in the wall and go from site to site nice and quick? Little things like that could mean the difference in our next round of Rainbow Six Siege. One of many things that make this game beautiful. Florian thinking about maybe getting a little bit cheeky, maybe whipping a grenade through that. He did make a hole big enough here. And sure enough, right on the other side, Domo's ADS is ready and waiting, as well as Big Papa's Wamai disc as well. So that was a solid idea there from Florian, but now he has no grenades left for the rest of the round. An absolute heartbreaker, because the rest of the squad could have lined up after that. That being said, though, Parcel finding an awkward angle here while repelled to take down Kira. The smoke going down so early is absolutely huge, because you do want him for those last second stall out scenarios. Him going down so quick is absolutely painful for St. Clair. That being said, Saints could very well still turn this around. I mean, the wins just keep on coming for them in this situation. That being said, 6, there we go, finds himself another one. Gets the revenge kill onto Miracle, actually. Taking out his Cade, and the stairwell might be open for him to try and make a move towards the CCTV site. He is going to get traded out, however, 1-for-1 with JMB. So the Maestro now taken off the table for St. Clair as well. A 4-on-2. Last time we seen Virginia Tech in this situation, they did just walk into a crossfire and throw away the lead. And Big Papa may be getting something started here as Parcel does go down. Zofia taken off the table in this case, all up to Big Papa's Wamai and Domo's Jaeger to try and make this happen.
Drop the bomb defuse.
Florian goes down. He was the diffuser carrier as well. This might be a bit of a worst case scenario. Big Papa versus 2. And there we go, Busty. He's going to be able to secure the headshot onto Big Papa, and they finally stop the bleeding. They get their first round win in over 10 rounds, and there is some life here for the Virginia Tech squad as they take the win in round number 4. rather than going to try the CCT room over again, they're going to opt to the basement, it looks like. Big Papa was thinking about the Clash, and I mean, unusual, but at the same time, we've seen St. Clair pull out Clash, but it wasn't necessarily on this map, I believe. Never thinking about it, but looking to 6-pick over to the Cade. Of course, for those who maybe you're a bit newer to Rainbow Six Siege and you're hearing 6-pick, what the heck does this exactly mean? They switch characters and whatnot. Normally, when you pick operators, you reveal it to the opposing team so you know what you're going up against. However, if you 6-pick and switch your operator, you don't know who that operator is. So you can get sneaky with that with certain picks here. A lot of times you'll see like them go from, say, somebody who's supposed to be more of a defensive operator, then you switch pick over to something completely offensive so you don't expect it and you get like sneak attacked. Normally you would see something like that from, say, like Miracle, who's picking up the Vigil right now. But he's completely comfortable revealing that he is playing that that Vigil in this case. So that Big Papa can switch over to the Cade and maybe catch Virginia Tech off guard with the fact that there's actually electricity in play here in this round. I'll tell you what though, Busty and Six have finally started to get something going in their favor. Finally finding themselves on the right side of the elimination board. Looking to see if they can pull that off once again, keep this momentum going. We've yet to see this Virginia Tech team play a round where they're actually feeling confident, feeling a little bit better, coming off of a victory. Still plenty of time on the clock, though, over 2 minutes. We'll probably see Florian come down here with Busty to try and blow through that reinforced door. But as we can see, these electrified hatches, I don't think Florian and the rest of the Virginia Tech squad were looking for it. If Florian's not careful, though, there is a Saint right below him. I don't think he's spotted them. If he moves in the wrong position, he is going to get blasted through his own hole. It doesn't help here as well as he did get tagged up by the electricity as well, so may have been a bit of a sound cue. Just to confirm, Six turns it around on Miracle. Miracle may have gotten the jump on him in that 1v1, but now Six has had his number. Reloading. And slowly but surely, but Florian was able to get through that electrified reinforced hatch. And it's going to possibly be the go button here for Virginia Tech to start moving. As long as they don't just find themselves in the middle of a crossfire, they'll be A-OK. Busty getting started with these ace charges. Going to be starting to blow some holes through these walls. Get some sight lines onto the site. And Parcel, with a fantastic start, finds Big Papa as well. Domo, Kira, and JM Beast left on the board. JM Beast does have an additional disc available to try and eat up a grenade, but when is he going to pop that out? We do not know. Kira, hanging on by a thread, still has all of his smokes left. Parcel, Busty, getting lit up. Here comes the smoke coming out from Kira. He's the only one alive versus 4, but there's so many weak members on the side of Virginia Tech, they can't go through the smoke. And sure enough, as soon as the diffuser goes down, Busty does find Kira trying to make a move from the bit of the long angle here. Catches him, and there it is. Finishes it off. And all right, Virginia Tech, not only did they get themselves a round win, they now got themselves 2 in a row and have brought this to a relatively even and doable game, a much more doable game, and completely changing the story with how this matchup is turning out, considering how brutal that first game on Cafe was. Maybe it took them a little bit of time to get warmed up in this situation, but now firing on all cylinders, getting some solid starts in these last couple rounds as well, and have been able to clutch it up. You see Big Papa with the 6-pick over to the mute. Not going to know that operator is in play unless they scout it out themselves. Busty leading the charge with 6 eliminations on the side of Virginia Tech. Meanwhile, on the side of St. Clair, it's going to be Kira with 5. little bit of a switch up actually coming here from St. Clair. JMB's giving up the Maestro over to Domo. And it's going to be JMB's picking up the Jaeger instead. We've seen Domo basically on Jaeger this entire series, so I'm curious as to what happened to cause a switch there. Kira back on smoke duty as per usual. Miracle going to be picking up the Wamaya in this situation. Something a little less aggressive, but that being said, can still make something happen. Meanwhile, of course, it's on CCTV, so we see Janupa back on the Twitch as well. Seems to be the go-to operator pick for him here for this site specifically. Florian knows exactly what he has to do. And he would have noticed that that doorway was stopped by a mute jammer. He was paying attention, of course, to his UI. May not be electrified, but if the ace still threw out his charge in that situation, they would be stopped because they would be jammed by Big Papa's mute. That being said, it wasn't too difficult of a job there for Virginia Tech to go through that door, getting that gigantic sightline, but JMB is going to take 6 down. Switch over to Jaeger. Maybe the little bit of extra movement speed was something he needed. Felt a little bit too slow. Wasn't able to make the plays that he wanted to. Domo getting lit up by Florian from the side. Catching him off guard. 4v4 as we have 1:40 still on the clock. JMB's with the double. Does manage to take down. It would have been busty in that case. The lead fragger on the side of Virginia Tech taken down in this situation. Florian, the diffuser character, getting taken down as well. This one's just been... It's been scrappy in all the wrong ways here for Virginia Tech. Saints holding their ground nicely. As we're about to get ready to go into halftime, are the Saints going to be all tied up at 3 or going to find themselves with a 2-round lead? They're in position to secure themselves that 2-round lead. Still have a minute left on the clock. Parcel going to go and try and pick up the diffuser. Just have the possibility of a play. We do see a smoke coming out here from Kira with the seconds ticking down. Just going to stall him out the best he can. Janupa not too far away as well in this situation. But these smokes are just going to stall things out even more and more. Miracle goes down. It's all down to Parcel. And here comes the Saints. They go charging in. But actually Parcel with the double makes this possible. Does not have very much time, however, to make something happen. Big Papa and Kira. Big Papa does have a nitro cell, actually. If he does call this outright, he can blow him up from the floor below.
Seconds to go.
User does go down. They don't call it out, so Kira gonna have to try and make it up the stairs and defend this. Big Papa, where in the world did he end up even going in this situation? Here comes Kira right around the corner. Gonna try and go through the wall, actually. The grenade, the smoke, it's not gonna make contact with Parcel either. Getting frantic here. Big Papa, nitro cell, looks for the shot, not gonna find it. Parcel, 1v1, finds himself a triple. This is completely doable. Big Papa, he led in game number 1. Can he find the shots here? He's going to find it. Does take down Parcel. A fantastic attempt, but is there enough time? This is going to be stupid close.
Defenders disabled the diffuser.
With milliseconds left on the clock. An absolute fantastic timing there from Big Papa. I'm actually heartbroken there for the side of Virginia Tech. They played that almost perfectly. And just somehow, by an absolute thread, less than a second, Saints are going to pull ahead here with a 2-round lead as we switch sides. Holy smokes, what a round. Absolutely insane round coming out here from both sides. That was actually super exciting. I can't remember the last time I've seen a diffuse situation come down that close. That was absolutely insane. But because of it, St. Clair going to be moving up 2 rounds in the lead as they are now going to be switching over to the attacking side of things. Of course, Clubhouse is a map that they've played constantly this season, last season, the season before that. Clubhouse always seems like it was on the menu. Granted, the team themselves may have had a couple members switch around, but of course, Dan Beast, captain and coach, still same old, not same old song and dance, but he's got the experience. He knows how to break these sites. And teaching a squad, as we do see the rest of Virginia Tech looking to get themselves all set up. Parcel and the Valkyrie, something a little bit interesting, where those cameras are going, or whether it's going to be aggressively used or defensively used. 6 going to be picking up Homai. Janupa's going to be on the Legion for some additional traps. Bussy actually 6 picked over to this castle. So Saints might not be aware of this extra reinforced barricades that they're going to be running up against. And Florian on the mute as we go towards the basement to start things off. Not CCTV. Most defenses we see start off on CCTV. We see Kira actually on the Twitch. Maybe he was thinking that they were going to CCTV. Otherwise, he's going to be trying this one towards the basement, which I know we've seen Janupa play Twitch a handful of times so far in this game when it was on the CCTV site, but nowhere else really. Now, Parcel taking about 3/4 damage so far in this game. Miracle taking a little bit as well. Sitting there with 5 eliminations so far in this game, doing a solid job. Really getting peppered, however. He might find himself in a bit of an awkward spot. Because you kind of want the Sledge to be the one leading the charge with the sledgehammer, busting down the barricades and whatnot. But if he's getting low on HP already, it's going to be a bad time. Knowing that he can't take really any hits. Domo going to be using a charge to take care of that reinforced barricade. Shot in the knee, but not quite going to take him down. Hanging on by a thread. Just over a minute left in this round here. And it was still 5v5 until 6 actually does find the elimination, finishing off Miracle in this situation. A lot of the Saints still outside actually. I feel like they really need to get something started, as it's only Domo and I think one more who are currently inside the building. Dan Beast does have the diffuser in hand. He is inside the building now, just above the B site, I believe. Right around the corner, looking to possibly drop on in, but if you're going to drop on in just unscathed, you're in for a gunfight, and that's exactly why you don't want to do this. Of course they're going to cover that angle. That being said, though, this firefight did lead into a 3-on-3. Bussy going to turn this around into Virginia Tech's favor. And I think that was Big Papa. He's still outside in this situation. Domo was kind of trapped by himself, trying to make something happen. Big Papa finally here for some extra reinforcements. But if they both try to go through this wall, it's going to be a hard time. That being said, Bussy goes down. We're going to have ourselves a gunfight in this basement to try and finish this one. Domo does have the diffuser, but here comes the Legion. He finds one. Can he find the other? He's not going to do so. 6 stepping up in game 2. The one little shot does manage to find the head. And all right, Virginia Tech, they are back here in this game. Just down by 1. It may kind of sound like I'm actually cheering for Virginia Tech in this situation here on the Saints home channel, but there's one thing that I like more than seeing our Saints squad win, and that is seeing some damn good Rainbow Six Siege. So I like to see that it's nice and close like this. Adds a little bit of extra intensity. With the victory at the basement, they are going to move forward to CCTV. And 6 pick over to the Bandit. So we have double electricity coming in this situation here. Going to opt to allow a couple extra grenades sneak in. There is the possibility that they're calling for a rehost here in this situation here. It's what the RH is in reference to. in the chat. Somebody might be having some troubles here. They'll do anything. Yeah, so in this situation, of course, if Virginia Tech is having... If Tech's having a problem, okay, it does appear that we're going to be hopping out of here in the briefest of seconds, but unfortunately, for the briefest of moments, going to have to redo this. Somebody must have disconnected on one of the squads, and quickly throw it over to us here as we quickly get to throw it to a break after we figure out what the heck happened here and if our player is going to be able to get back in the game. We will build this right back. It'll probably be about 5 minutes to get this rehost fixed up. Thank you for sticking around, and you don't want to miss this. This is just getting good. If it's a 4-3 match, we're going to be right around the corner with hopefully the conclusion of game number 2. All right, we didn't have to wait too long to get back into the game. Rehost successful. Everybody's back in. We get to see the conclusion here of this matchup. Of course, still sitting at the 4-3 currently, and they're going to have to go back to the CCTV room. That is the one they picked right before the rehost actually happened, so they did have to go back to this. And it looks like we got some shout-outs to everybody in the Twitch chat. Of course, thank you to everybody who is in the Twitch chat, tuning in to the matchup. Always a pleasure having these matchups here for you. I'd be casting it or observing it and whatnot. It's always a pleasure seeing everybody coming in here, whether you're for St. Clair or for Virginia Tech, here to support your squads. Always a pleasure and thankful to have you here.
Seconds to go.
For the side of Virginia Tech, so that rehost coming in there inadvertently kind of acts like a timeout of sorts here for both sides, and hopefully, considering they were starting to get a little bit of momentum built up for themselves, hopefully they can keep things going, keep putting the pressure on this St. Clair squad. That being said, St. Clair also possibly using the second, not only to get their players all reconnected, but to get themselves aligned and ready here as we move forward towards this CCTV defense once again. With Cade and Bandit both being in play here, trying to get through via gadgets is going to be a hard time. You do see JM Beast on the Maverick looking to get things started, maybe take care of Janupa's Bandit batteries. But that being said, you still have to then find the angle of Busty's Cade Claws. So many options that you have to try and take down in this situation. Kira going to be one of the players that try and get through. Has to keep himself alive, however. Did take a little bit of heat, and has to watch out for those mute jammers. And at 45 seconds still to go here in this round. Still lots and lots of utility to be played around with Janupa. Still has so many batteries available. Six also picking up the Legion here in this round. Does have some more goo mines. Ready and waiting. Going to be absolutely littering this room. To be honest, you hardly ever see the diffuser get planted on the other site in this case. It's always a CCTV room. Back and forth battle. Big Papa by a thread. Going to take care of Busty in this situation. Meanwhile, Parcel does manage to find Domo, and it's actually a bit of a bloodbath here as it goes back and forth, and it's going in the favor of Virginia Tech. Six taking care of Big Papa as well, but JM Beast is on site. Not anymore. Nitro Cell from Parcel coming in clutch, and hello, Six finds a headshot onto Kira, and we have ourselves a tie game. I would not have guessed that this would have been the turnout of this game, considering how, of course, how Game 1 happened. How the start of Game 2 happened as well. It looked like St. Clair was just going to cruise all the way with maybe minimal resistance. Virginia Tech, though, turning this around and making this an entertaining series, bringing it up tied 4-4. They've been absolutely on fire, especially after the halfway point. Because even the round that they did lose, it was literally by milliseconds.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Reinforcing wall. Test ready.
This is going to be a bit of a tough time now here for St. Clair, especially for Kira. He has to deal with dodging the mute jammers as usual, but also now has to deal with Parcel's Mozzie. And an absolute worst case scenario, getting his drone stolen by one of Mozzie's pest controls. Six getting some damage off the start, and was probably a little bit of a check from one of the St. Clair squads. Obviously, when moving forward, sometimes you'll just spray a window just to see if anybody is trying to get cheeky. And catches Six with about a quarter of his health gone. But of course, over here at the gym, Looking to see how Saints are going to try and breach this door. Similar to how CCTV is, where you have to deal with the electrification and then look to breach this big old door and get the big sight lines. More situation. And all of these drones are just going to go to waste here. Or Domo. Try to conceal it with a little bit of an awkward smoke as well. Maybe if somebody was trying to peek through the drone hole to get a quick pick onto somebody. Big Papa looking to try and do a little bit of cover fire here for Jam Beast as well. If somebody looks to get cheeky, we see the player there. He does not. Big Papa looking to make his way in, just not quite 100% sure where he wants to, or what timing he wants to get through. Probably wants to time it with Jam Beast, as we do see up on the second floor. They do have sight lines on the bomb site as of right now, but Florian coming in clutch with the elimination on to Jam Beast. Diffuser knocked down for the time being, and it's right in middle of that hole. If you go to pick that up, you are going to be exposed. And I'm sure the Saints don't want to just jump at it and take damage or even lose a player for absolutely nothing. Domo looking to maybe make a move. He is going to be able to pick it up. One thing in the favor of St. Clair here, as this one actually felt like it was going to be a bit of a reversal here, but we do see Busty going down thanks to Miracle's shots. Getting his first elimination of the game. That's just huge compared to what he was doing last time. But he's going to find another one onto Parcel. Big Papa, maybe a bit of a misfire, catching himself with his own stun nade. This could be the momentum that maybe Miracle and Big Papa have been looking for. Miracle with the triple, looking to tear us around. That being said, though, the Jaeger's going on a killing spree. 6 is on another spree. Just has to deal with Miracle and Kira. Where in the world is 6 in this situation? We do see him spraying damage on to Miracle. Miracle planting the diffuser. He's on the floor below. He's hunting, but since he was just hunting around, he's not going to be in position to try and stop the defuse. So it does get planted down. He's in a bit of an awkward spot, has 30 seconds to try and hang on and manage to win 2 gunfights and defuse. It's a tall task, especially if Saints have themselves a solid crossfire. I think this is Kira around the corner, and it's actually Miracle who has the other angle. 6 is not going to be able to make it happen. From outside, this angle from Miracle. And he went from having absolutely no eliminations in this game to having 4. That's exactly the kind of jump that Miracle needed here in this game. So Saints stop the streak in this situation. Round 10 about to come on up here back towards the basement. It's been a site that Virginia Tech has been pretty solid so far on both attacking and defending in this game. As of right now, they need to pull themselves up another one because St. Clair borderline on match point if they can secure one more victory here. And 6 might be starting to feel a little bit confident here. We do see the Vigil coming out. First time for him, but I know we've seen Miracle pick it up a few times earlier in the series. And there are just going to be so many pieces of utility on the side of Virginia Tech that just make that basement an absolute cesspool that you do not want to enter unless you absolutely have to. It's going to be very brutal to try and even break into it. The last time we've seen Saints try to attack this, they all just dropped from the hatch, and they absolutely got themselves lit up by doing so. Gonna have to hope for the side of St. Clair that they do not try attempts like that again without a little bit extra setup of sorts. Taking their time. Kira looking to join up alongside Big Papa, making his presence known, just lighting up the window. And JMB is in position as well. I think he's looking to go through a hatch possibly in this situation, get things moving. We do see Miracle actually using some of these breaching charges. You can't make a complete hole through the floor, but still enough of a hole that you can shoot through. And we'll get to see momentarily. That hatch, of course, reinforced, ready to go. So they're going to have to bring in the ace to do so. Miracle off to a good start, however, getting his 5th elimination of the game after taking Parcel out. A sneaky little shot there coming out here from Bussy, making that castle work for him. Took Miracle out extremely quickly, so going to be down for the count in this one. 4-on-4 as we move forward. We do see Domo sneaking in there with the ace charge. Take care of that. Reinforced hatch momentarily. Sure enough, broken through. It looks like they're trying to do this drop down once again, but doing that versus 4 operators, I think, is an absolute death sentence for St. Clair if they do opt to continue. Sneaky little drone placement here for JMB. It does actually get picked off. Nice little shot there from Virginia Tech. Might be able to position a grenade, try and mess up some of the members. That being said, getting a little bit of heat itself. JMB jumps down and deja vu, essentially here. Fool me once, but unfortunately there for JMB going down and in exact same fashion getting taken out.
Reloading! Cover me! Renouncing a frag.
Hey, Big Papa and Domo both getting lit up as they both tried to jump into the site as well. And this is exactly what happened last time here. Big Papa, the only one who didn't decide to do the jump, is the last one alive. But Florian is there with the reinforcements as well. That did not work in the slightest. Virginia Tech ties this up once again. Well, at least the Saints don't have to deal with the basement for the next 2 to 3 rounds. And in theory, they win the next 2, they're golden. They win this entire match. That being said, if we get ourselves to a 6-6 game, we have overtime, which then turns to a 1st to 8. We very well could be in for the long haul here. And again, like, I'm just absolutely baffled because, like I said before, with the way this game started, with game number 1, I would not have expected that this would have been the scene that we would be going through in this round, or in this game, rather.
Wall reinforced! Camera initiated. Wall secured! Reinforce the wall!
Well, ain't this kind of funny? In the chat, we have the beast. Spam the B to help VT. The VT fans are here and cheering on their squad, and I'm sure they're liking what they're seeing here. Seeing the Virginia Tech squad fighting back in what was, like I was saying before, what looked like it was going to be a runaway initially.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it. Jammer. I'm reloading! Clear the blast area! Shield! Located by attackers.
Evil eye so very
Activating jammer!
Round 11, moving forward here. Is this going to be a cheeky way to start things off? Oh, it's on the other side of the wall. I was nervous a little bit there. JMB is very well. That could have had like a toe shot onto somebody, but that's on the other side, so no go in this time. Trying to breach CCTV. I think that's Big Papa alongside him, or that's possibly Kira looking to look for some Cade Claws and some Mute Jammers in this situation to let Domo run free. Domo trying to get something started. He did launch one of his charges already. Okay, gets one. Looking for maybe a couple more. Is successfully going to be able to do so. And then Big Papa actually finds Florian as well. So the Maestro taken off the board nice and quick.
Reloading.
So Domo's done his job. He's got the big old sight lines here onto the main site, onto the CCTV site, of course. That's up to the rest of the Saints, plus Domo even still, to try and make their way around. Miracle looking to check from below, but Janupa actually takes Kira out from an awkward angle. Don't know where these shots are coming from because it's just so sneaky, but Miracle is going to find himself the refrag here to at least stop the momentum for the time being. Parcel, Basti, and 6 versus the rest of the St. Clair squad in this situation. Jambeast carrying that diffuser, looking for his opportunity. Try and move in towards that site. Let's have a little bit of backup from Miracle here as well. We see Miracle trying to drone him in, look for the opportunity. Right around the corner, though, Big Papa could be in for a world of hurt if he does make the peek. There's a couple players up on that stairwell. I'm sure he assumes that they're there, but doesn't know for sure. Smoke's starting to get into play here as Parcel bringing the poison gas into play. Jambeast looking to plant this diffuser. Can he get it to stick? He's in the smoke, so this is actually a perfect spot to try and do so. He is going to plant it, and we're going to have ourselves a shootout to start this, or to finish off this round. See if Saints can bring this to match point, or is it actually going to be Virginia Tech to take the lead here in this series and force Saints to go into overtime if they want to win game 2. Time's still ticking away. 3 members of Virginia Tech versus the 4 of the Saints, and Jambeast is going to find Parcel. The smoke off the board now. And this is actually a sick little angle here from Jambeast as well. It's all up to Busty, and he's just going to line them up. Jambeast going to find that final elimination. And this is it right here, of course. Final elimination. Jambeast sneaky coverage of that diffuser. And that is going to put match point now into the pocket of St. Clair. One more, or are we going to overtime?
Attackers need
Now or never here for Virginia Tech. They need the force overtime. Gonna try it again here on CCTV, and I mean they were very close. There's a couple missteps in the last little bits of execution. Kind of threw off their defense, let St. Clair get in there. I don't know if Parcel had one more smoke grenade as well. That could have maybe slowed things down. The fact that Jambeast was able to sit in the smoke uncontested was also a little bit brutal. There was no grenades or no anything to really stop that. And that's a little bit disheartening to see here on the side of Virginia Tech. Somebody, I don't know if 6 put himself a little bit too close to the blast or what, but 6 is going to be starting this round with a quarter of his HP missing after getting into the line of fire of one of his own teammates or his own grenade.
attackers recovered the defuse.
Considering the stress of this situation, that is not what you want to see here for Virginia Tech. But would definitely turn that around is a nice quick frag coming out from the side of Virginia Tech. We'll have to see, because I know the Saints are looking to close this one up right here, right now. Stop the pressure. Don't want to force this to an overtime, because they don't want to go to Game 3. Map 3 is Oregon. And to be completely frank, they've not had much luck there. That's a good start here. 6, even though he may be a little bit down on HP, he's still going to make the play. And he finds Big Papa of all players as well. A solid start, but Florian going to get taken down as well. Granted, his cameras are already out and awaiting. One of the members of Virginia Tech spotted on the catwalk. I can see him make something happen. Domo taking a little bit of heat. Kira getting tagged up a little bit by the electricity. Parcel still has all of his smokes in hand, ready to go. Janupa going to be denying as much grenades as possible. She's going to come in clutch for this next push, probably around the 30-second mark, if I would imagine. Seems like that is the case, as we see Miracle getting tagged up, actually, by one of Six's goo mines. Coming in clutch, and that actually gave away his position. He goes down. This is completely doable here. Six absolutely coming in clutch here in this second game. Kira knocked down outside. It's a 2v4. Virginia Tech looking to push this into overtime.
A bomb has been located.
And it's right around the corner. JM Beast and Domo trying to have a wingman this one versus 4. And they've made their positions known. There's no way they're getting snuck up upon. However, getting shot in the toe. Cheeky shot here from JM Beast, actually. Really showing his experience there. Looking for even the slightest detail and finding the kill. Smoke's now getting into play. 30 seconds left, too, so it's going to slow things down. Domo taking some damage. Is that barrel outside the door? Did he spot that? Jambees turns the corner into a shotgun. He's going to somehow dodge the first shot, but he doesn't dodge a second one. Diffuser down and not going to be in play. Domo somehow has to 1v3 this. Try and bait out some shots. Does not matter. 6 with the finisher. We're going overtime. Subtlest of shots coming in and really coming in clutch here. JMB's little shot under the table was a pretty cheeky one, but that one from 6 to finish that off to is just that much more beautiful and finishes the job. St. Clair starting off overtime on attack, so they're going to be on defense next time around. See if they can somehow get themselves back in the lead. And this is actually not a bad position here for Virginia Tech. They get to go back to the basement. It's been enough rounds. And this is, of course, the site that they've only lost on right off the start. But ever since the second time here, it would have been on round 4. They've been absolutely flawless on basement for both attack and defense. I swear, if St. Clair just jump off the hatch like lemmings into a crossfire once again, I may actually just walk away here in a second. I hope they find themselves a way to adjust going into this, because yeah, trying to drop that hatch versus 4 or 5 members has not been working, and nor should it in a competitive setting. If it's versus 1 or 2, sure, you may have an opportunity there, but versus 4, my goodness, you're really pushing your luck.
A bomb and defuse it.
Shots fired to start this one off. Miracle getting a little bit worse for wear here. Just over 3/4 of his health still remaining. I mean, thinking about how this series could go too, if we end up going to Oregon, like, I'm actually going to be super, super nervous for St. Clair. I mean, Cafe looked dominant, but we could probably see the absolute reverse if this does go to Oregon. I think of the last 5 times that they've been there, they may have won 1 map.
Bomb located by attackers.
It just goes to show the level of competition here in this CR6. Like, so far in this season, the Saints played up against the 3rd seed and the 4th seed in our group. And to think that next week we have to go up against Akron, the reigning champions of this entire league. Just going to show, like, it's an absolute challenge, but we absolutely love to be here. In at 30, and some of the Saints are starting to move in towards site. Opening fire into the barricade. Not going to find anybody. 6 looking cheeky on that vigil. Can he get the jump on somebody? Miracle pops fire. He's not spotted the player. He may have an idea that he's there, but going to have to run away. Does not know where that player is. Domo really eating some damage in this situation here. Tries to fire back, but does not connect with anything. I think that was a Nitro Cell coming out from... That would have been from Florian. Not going to make contact, however. Big Papa spots the elbow. Doesn't give him any more. Kira going to start off the fragging, however. Does find Busty. Takes the castle off the board. Granted, his barricades are already up and ready, so he's done his job. Can the rest of the team figure out a way to frag this out, however? This is a much better start towards this basement push, however. Saints are taking it slower. They took out Parcel as well. Janupa goes... Actually, he's going to win that fight. Is Florian there with the backup, saving him with like 1 HP, but Kira takes a double. Jambeast on site is going to get taken down. This very well could be a bad spot, however, but there we go, St. Clair. Big Papa and Kira coming in clutch on the last possible second. Lining them up, and St. Clair puts match point back on the board now, putting the pressure onto Virginia Tech, but now Virginia Tech gets to attack. Saints are going to try to pull this off in a very similar fashion. Looks like the church, the basement, is going to be their pick as well for their overtime defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
But of course, while we're setting up here, we're going to take the quickest of seconds to, of course, promote the sponsors that do make Saints, the St. Clair Saints, of course, possible. Big thank you to St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC, Zuckelman School of Business and IT, PC Outlet, and Tim Hortons. And of course, a big thank you to everybody tuning in to the matchup. Definitely coming in for an exciting one. It's good seeing the mixture of the St. Clair and the Virginia Tech fans all here. We'd love to see it, and I thank you all for being respectful in the chat.
5 seconds left.
Let's take a look at this here. Like 6, he has been a massive difference maker as well in this game. And another thing to take note of is this is the eliminations just after the rehost. That's one thing I didn't take into consideration earlier as well. We're good here, has 9 eliminations after the rehost. I think he had 4 before it. So this would be a double-digit game here for him after going basically 1 and 7 in the first game. Really turning it around here for his team, and the rest of the team really coming up to support him and stepping up for themselves as well. A couple of the Virginia Tech players already on the inside looking to play this top-down game once again. They do have Parcel on the sledge too, so he can absolutely destroy the entire floor if he really wanted to, and really put the Saints in an awkward position, really pinch them into spots that they don't want to try and hold. And I mean, considering this seems to be Virginia Tech's best defense site here on Clubhouse, I feel like they would also know the ways to crack it. And I mean, it was a good start too. I believe that was a grenade out of Parcel, actually tagged both Miracle and Kira for just a little bit of damage, nothing too crazy. But the fact that he knew where they were could be tale for as to how this round is going to turn up if St. Clair is not careful. Florian keeping himself safe as he tries to tear through this hatch. They seem like something so minuscule, like which angle are you actually using the blowtorch at? But that can be the difference between you getting tagged by a bullet while trying to blow a hole through the metal. A sneaky nade hole there coming out from the side of Virginia Tech as well. Miracle taking a little bit more damage. Parcel, the only one on the side of Virginia Tech who's taken any damage at this point. 5 members alive with a minute left. This is going to end explosively. Parcel hanging on by a thread. Janupa found himself in a bit of a rough spot as well, just over half HP. Smoke's coming out from Kira. And Florian actually takes out JMB's first one to go down, but Big Papa with the refrag onto 6. 6 being down is probably kind of huge in the situation. Big Papa with the double. Saints win this one. They win the entire series, but Busty's not done just yet. They took out the big fragger. Big Papa taken down. With some low health bars on the side of Virginia Tech, they cannot traverse the poison gas, and they are down to the last 10 seconds in this game. Kira goes down. 2 on 3. Completely doable for the side of Virginia Tech. Someone else additionally went down. 2 on 2. It's going to be probably too little, too late for Virginia Tech. They do manage to get the diffuser down. If he does not plant this, the game's over. And Parcel with a huge frag. 1v1 to finish it. Busty got it. We're going for a final round here. Oh my goodness, my cats are freaking out in the background because I'm popping off here for this match. I am so sorry, but it is definitely worth it here. Round 15, one way or another, this game is finishing right here, right now. Who has attack, who has defense? It's all randomized. Saints get to attack. And it looks like as of right now, we're going back to the basement. Looks like in overtime, it does not matter if you've won on that site before. You can go right back to it. I was going to lose it there for a second if Janupa actually switched to Ella. That would have been an absolute for glory moment if I've ever seen it. Send it down mid, why don't you? But okay, switching back over to the Legion, probably wise. We've seen Janupa make this work multiple times, just constantly littering the floor of this basement with these Legion mines. Because if it's another situation like that, where there's like a last 30-second massive push like that. Another effect of the goo mines that I did not mention is that if you have a goo mine in you, you do not get to interact with anything. That also means you cannot plant the diffuser if you have a needle in you. So if time runs out, you have the diffuser, you need to plant it, but you hit a goo mine, you lost. And just what a turn of pace as well. 6 was taken down so early in that battle too. But Busty and a couple other of the members of Virginia Tech really coming in clutch. We've seen Big Papa, the side of Saints, absolutely tearing through some of the members of the side of Virginia Tech, getting himself the double. But was not enough to make it happen. It was probably the third player down rather on the side of the Saints. And the fact that that went to a 2v2 like that, and that Busty was able to get off the diffuser and win that 1v1 was absolutely insane. No matter what, this game is ending right here, right now. You don't have to win by 2, it's just first to 8. Pressure is at an all-time high. I think I am shaking, and I'm not even one of the players in this situation, let alone actually competing. My goodness. Of course, it's on a site that sure St. Clair won this the last time by. They did play it much slower, but I feel like Virginia Tech could have adjusted to that, and can adjust to that. And that's a rough start here for St. Clair, actually. Parcel on the Mozzie, making a work here, taking Big Papa out. St. Clair's lead fragger in the situation down. Brandon Miracle is right there. Can he make the miracle play? I mean, a 4-on-5 may not necessarily be the miracle play just as of yet, but if this gets into a nasty situation, who is going to come in clutch? In at 30. Still a little bit of time to work with, but St. Clair has a habit of waiting till the last 30 seconds to really make anything happen. I mean, that is kind of the meta. I know they talk about 20-second metas or whatnot in Rainbow Six Siege. But leaving it to a 20-second situation while you're down a player could be absolutely fatal. You have 6 as well on the Vigil, feeling confident. Even if St. Clair is droning, if he's playing his cards right, he's not going to be spotted. He very well could swing around and just absolutely light up one or multiple members of St. Clair. 50 seconds still on the clock. Miracle trying to make a play from above, but you can even see this Virginia Tech positioning. They are not putting themselves in the position to get shot down from above. And this is where St. Clair usually loses it. That being said, Busty goes down, but the castle's already done his job. He's got his reinforcements out. He's fine. Two Mines really going to make things a little bit difficult here for St. Clair, but Domo does find one, but 6 with the return frag. And finds another. St. Clair hurting here. 2 on 3. Miracle and Kira for the finale. And they find one. It's all up to 6. If there's any time for him to step up, he's been doing it so far constantly in this game. Can he do the 1v2? Diffuser, if it does get stopped, it's going to be game, but he does manage to get it down. 6 has to frag them both and stop this diffuser. Oh, Miracle in position if 6 walks out. He's thinking about it. Does get the jump on the both of them. Can he manage to get it? He got Kira down. Does finish him off. Tagging each other back and forth. Brutal stuff here. I like the play from Miracle. He's running for the hills. Force the defuse and just get him there.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
He's run out of time. He has to make a quick play, otherwise he's screwed. He got the kill! Can he defuse in time? He's not. He doesn't have enough time. St. Clair are going to win it by a thread. And an absolute heartbreaker here for Virginia Tech. 6 played absolutely out of his damn mind in this game. But just enough time was wasted. Miracle played that right. If anything, I feel like he probably could have fallen back even further and just waited for the defuse to happen. I like the little fake play coming out from 6. Make it seem like he was going for the defuse. But in that situation, there was absolutely nothing he could have done. Miracle played it properly. It was either 6 goes for him and takes him out, and the diffuser still goes off, which is what happened. Or he sticks the diffuse and tries to go for it, and then just Miracle walks around and takes him out. It was absolutely clutch moments coming out here from St. Clair. But I'll give Virginia Tech credit. That game was absolutely fantastic. I said it time and time again so far in this cast. This looked like it was going to be a 20-minute each game, and I'm done by like 10 o'clock kind of game. But no, Virginia Tech really showing up to play here. They may have been the 4th seed in this group, but they definitely have some firepower when the things start going in their favor. They looked absolutely fantastic in Game 2 and put on a hell of a show for us here on the Saints Gaming CA channel. Of course, big props to both squads. Oh, I tell you what, that was an absolutely insane game. And one thing I do want to also give props to as well, a person I want to give props to. So would you, if I had told you that the person doing the observing today was his first time, would you believe me? If not, big, of course, shout out to Shoddy, Hannah, also known as Zedmental. Big props for doing the observing here for us today. And looking forward to continuing to work with you in the future. And of course, for anybody who wants to join this production team, actually, I'm actually looking to make a production team of some sort. So if you do want to, whether it be by volunteer, as a commentator or an observer or whatnot, as you can tell, I'm still shaking from that game. I'm a little bit of a hot mess right now. But if you want to join this production team, join us on the Saints Gaming Discord. In the recruitment area, there is an application that you can fill out to get yourself on the broadcast. Got plenty of slots available. So stop making excuses and why don't you join us here. But nonetheless, big thank you, of course, to the sponsors that make the St. Clair Saints possible. Of course, that being St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, the St. Clair SRC, Zuckelman School of Business and IT, Tim Hortons, and PC Outlet. Big thank you for making the St. Clair Saints possible, whether it be these broadcasts or the team itself. And then, of course, big thank you to all the fans tuning in for both squads. It was awesome seeing cheering from both sides here tonight. And like I was saying, looking at Game 1, that looked a little rough, but these two teams put on a hell of a show. And I hope you message your friends, your classmates, or whatnot, and say, yo, regardless of result, that was a fantastic game, because these teams played their hearts out, and they deserve props. That being said, though, that is going to conclude our coverage here of the Collegiate R6 Winter matchup. We will have another game in Collegiate R6 action. It should be up against Akron, which we're going to be definitely the underdogs because, like I was saying before, reigning champions here at the CR6 during the fall season. That is going to be a rough one. We played them in fall. It was tough. Our Saints held their own, but it was a 2-0. Looking forward to next Friday. That should be either 8:30 or 9:30. Of course, be sure to follow our social medias, Saints Gaming CA, on all platforms. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, of course. Be sure to follow the Twitch channel, of course, to catch matches of all of our past matches, as well as any additional matches that we do have in the meantime. And without further ado, of course, my name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners. Thank you for tuning into this matchup tonight. It was an absolute blast, and I hope to see you next time, as it should be Call of Duty coming up tomorrow if the teams actually let us spectate the game. Follow our social media to find out.